Okay, gloves. Gloves and lime. Have lots of pairs on the go. These ones are much thicker and it's really helping me using this one. The other one has got a hole in it, the matching one, so I threw it away. If it gets a hole in, throw it away immediately, you're going to get really burnt. And sometimes you don't even know that you've got a hole in your glove until you've washed it afterwards and then you see water coming through. So test the gloves after you wash them. At the end of the day, turn them inside out, wash them out because little bits of lime get in there. And when they get into an open cut, it is really painful. So yeah, if you feel anything and you think, oh, it's just my cut hurting me, it's probably not. It's probably lime going into your cut and it's going to get worse and worse. And then you're going to have pain for a few days while it's recovering from its burn. So yeah, I can't recommend decent gloves highly enough. I mean, they're only a few euros. So yeah, like I say, I have a few on the go, and as soon as I get a bit of lime in, I take them off, throw them to the side, start a new pair, and at the end of the day I wash them, turn them inside out, wash them, let them dry overnight. This thicker one is really good for this job because I'm constantly mixing this with lime, and I'm going to go into that video now. And mixing it with water, and it's just much nicer on my fingers if I've got thicker gloves on. So yeah, today I'm wearing this one just because it's nice and cleaned out. So what I'm doing, this is my last day on this layer of floor, thankfully. So 6 of these. So 6 tubs of lacquer to 2 tubs of lime to 1 water. But first I put half a pot of water in there. And cover the lacquer in water first. This is the lacquer, it's like, it's clay basically, light expanding clay aggregates, but they come under different brand names. One is actually called Leca, this one is called Next Clay, and it's from Portugal. And normally I leave that for a couple of minutes while I go and lay the last buckets inside, so that it's soaking up the water for a couple of minutes before I add the lime. But I can't get hold of the camera, take it inside, because I'm a one-woman show, so I'm going to put the lime in it now. It doesn't really matter that much. So this is the first of the 2 containers of NHL 3.5. What I haven't done is put my mask on, and I normally do. It's not windy today and it's not blowing around, but yeah, I should really have my mask on. It makes it really hard to talk to video. So yeah, I've mixed 1 lot in, and then it's sort of coated in NHL lime. And then I put the other one in. I'm mixing a bit more carefully because I'm not wearing my mask. But yeah, gloves are actually the most important thing I've found. And then the rest of that 1 pot of water goes in. And sometimes I don't think it's sticky enough, so maybe I've put a little bit too much lacquer in, a little bit too much lime, and I add a little bit more water, but I think that's fine. That will clump together fine and set. So I put that in a bucket. That will fill 1 of these small buckets, and then I'll go and lay that while the next lot of lacquer is sitting in water. That's my sort of routine now, and that seems to be working best. And the first day it was taking me 13 minutes per mix, and it's now taking me like 4 to 5. So things have hugely speeded up, mainly because I leave the spirit level on, the laser level on. I don't keep changing out of my gloves and mask. I leave my mask on all the time normally, and and yeah, I just got quicker at doing it. And also I've taken these out of the equation. So I was mixing with trowels in here, and it was actually much harder work than using my hands. But like I say, you just want to make sure that you've got decent gloves, and the thicker the better. But yeah, I'm only doing it for 3 days. 4 days, this is my 4th day actually, and I'll finish it today. So yeah, I've been alternating with the gloves. So yeah, that was what I wanted to say really. Gloves, and also the other thing is that I've put everything at height. I've raised it even more than on day 1, because the biggest problem with me working is my back. And I want to protect my back at all costs, so I've got the wheelbarrow to mix on 4 bags of leca. I've got this up high, I've got my water up high, I've got my lime up high. I even sit my bucket on a frame so that I don't have to lean down to it. So it's the leaning down and getting up that destroys my back. It's totally fine when I'm kneeling down in there. I'm kneeling on a piece of foam and I'm doing the floor, and that hasn't been a problem so far, touch wood. But yeah, working at this height is just amazing. It's like I've got energy at the end of the day. And yeah, any jobs that really hurt my back, I just can only work for a few hours, whereas this I've worked 6 hours happily and then gone on to do other jobs after my floor mixing. So yeah, I'm really pleased with just working. Just pretend you're working in a kitchen and you want your kitchen at your own height, and this is just like working in a kitchen but outdoors. That's my thoughts anyway. My ramblings for the day. The birds at the moment are still singing away, and there's a golden oriole that is just constantly singing, but I can't see it. They're really hard to see. They're very shy, but it's nice to have that in the background because the nightingales have gone now.